got a little time here. What about the picks for 298? What are we feeling as far as the parlay boys are concerned?
Yeah. We already got Juliana's pick. Juliana going with a dog.
Oh, yeah?
What do we got?
Sure is. She's going with...
By the way, did we ever find out why she didn't send in her pick last week?
She said sorry. She was late.
Okay. Okay, and my question is, how long after the show did she send it in? And did you have to prompt her to send
really
it
getting
in?
into the nitty-gritty. Yes, I did prompt, but I prompted quickly after the discovery of no message being sent. Followed up. She answered the next morning.
Okay.
Really no way.
I just wanted to know, like, how...
this week she was as prompt gets.
Just wanted to know, like...
Before the show even started.
Just wanted to know, like, how, invested she was, that's all.
Is there a fall off from us constantly losing?
You think she's losing her zest, her interest?
Her interest, her fire for the parlay. I mean, she's trying to get it all back this week, taking plus 205 Roman Kopylov.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I mean, she's right back on the horse.
Okay.
All right, I'll throw the names in the generator. We got Rick on the line now. Rick, we'll go first. Then Frank, then I will come in last.
Awesome.
Rick's ready to go.
No, sorry. This happens every time, and maybe I've never said it because one time this pointed out the music. Like I hear it pop at the beginning, and then I never hear it again. Like if there's music playing right now, it's dead air to me.
Oh wow, we hear it. Yeah, we hear it loud and clear.
Okay, just making sure because this happened another time, and everybody thought I was asleep at the wheel. But it's like I hear it, and then
Rick, are you there?
Now nothing. So I thought the music cut out. Anyway, sorry, minutia, but just worth knowing. I'm gonna go with Merab Dvalishvili.
Wow, the machine.
Yeah, confident. The machine gets it done this weekend. Merab Dvalishvili.
My Georgian brother, I love it.
By the way, I have two thoughts on that. Number one, I'm seeing that Henry Cejudo at Media Day said, quote, "It's either gold or bust. I either win it all or I'm not going to have it all and I'm out, I'm done." So it sounds like what I said to Captain Eric is somewhat true. I feel like if he loses, he's done.
I think so too. I unless I'm mistaken, after the Aljo one, didn't he take the gloves off in the octagon?
Yeah, but a lot of fighters are kind of doing that. Like they're taking them off early and people are like, are they retiring? And they were just taking off their gloves. Okay. But I don't think there's any secret to the idea that like, what has Henry Cejudo got left to prove? At this point, like if he's not in title contention, what would he hang around for? Other than what he has commonly reiterated, making money in MMA is so easy for him, which is what brought him back. But yeah, I would expect if he loses to Merab, I don't think we will see Henry, at least not in this capacity again. I could see him doing something else, influencer, boxing, this, that, the other, maybe grappling stuff. But I don't think he's long for high-level MMA if he doesn't get it done.
I also believe he said 100%, right? Did he also say that?
He said the words 100%.
I think he said, yeah.
Okay. The other thing is, I saw another interview with Dana yesterday. Might have been the same interview that we were referencing earlier in the show, where he also he lumps Merab in the Henry Cejudo category of career blunders, and it's like both these guys have made career blunders. Henry retiring, Merab not taking the big fights because of his relationship with Aljo. They never offered Merab an Aljo fight. They never tried. Like they were close, but it was just them saying they wouldn't want to fight each other. And the only reason why I bring this up is I feel like if Merab doesn't stop Henry, he's doing everything he can. The social media has been tremendous, right? Like whoever is doing that stuff for him,
yes,
you deserve a raise. It's amazing. If he doesn't stop him, I feel like they're going to try to screw him. I feel like they're going to say boring.
Who? Corey? Who is it?
Pick a guy. Corey, Umar, pick anyone. I think I hate this, and I'm always the one that like sort of like, ugh, why do we say this? Don't go to the judges. I think Merab can't just win. I think he has to stop Henry. Because I think if he gets, and I think it's absurd. Look at his resume.
What if it's a Jan?
That's a tough test.
Performance.
You mean Petr Yan?
Yeah, like when the way that he beat Jan. I mean,
look at what that got him.
But it was just so dominant.
Got him nothing. He should have gotten the title shot after that.
Okay, but Aljo was still there at that time.
I'm just saying. I really think that they're gonna look at the new UFC. Bilal Muhammad shouldn't even be a question.
Yeah, I agree.
Merab shouldn't have even been a question.
I'm not trying to disagree with what you're saying. I think there's a real chance. I definitely think there's a real chance.
How could Merab sign to fight another opponent other than for the belt if he goes out there and 30-26?
You still got to get paid.
You do Merab versus Corey or something if you have to.
I mean, if I'm Merab, how could I sign that contract? I'm the number 1 contender. I just beat the number 2 guy. It's just it feels like Bilal is now on the track of he will not fight unless it's for the belt.
And by the way, I'm not saying I agree with it. I hope that
he should be. Yeah.
That's not the way this is coming across. But I'm just saying.
No.
I really feel like he needs a stoppage here.
That's gonna be tough.
That's a very tough test.
He does not finish many people, and Cejudo is pretty damn durable.
Yeah. Sorry, I didn't mean to hijack that.
No. I mean, making good points. That brings us to Frankie, though.
Oh, I see what you're talking about, Rick. Yeah, it just kind of goes down all of a sudden. But for my pick, I wanted to go money line with Ian Machado Gary.
Wow.
You're going Ian Machado Gary, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you have any insight on that one, Ariel?
I think he'll have a big performance. I think that there's been very little drama. I think him at his best versus Jeff Neal at his best, he should win the fight. Let's see. Well, but I like it. What is the line in that one?
Ian Gary minus 230, Jeff Neal plus 190 on DraftKings Sportsbook right now.
Okay.
That brings us to me. I'm going to go to the main event. No side here, though. We're really doing the music thing, huh? We're just crashing that thing out?
Yeah.
I'm trying to get it to work.
Over 1.5 in the main event. Volkanovski, Topuria. I think this one goes long. 2 high-level guys. Over 1.5, minus 300. And 70. And that gets us to plus 710. We're really anchored by that Roman Kopylov pick.
We got this.
I actually think we'll find out. Things will get real interesting because Roman Kopylov is going to be up first. These are all main card bets. So if he pulls off the big upset,
then
we'll be off to the races and we'll be running, boys. Then the pressure will really be on us.
Is this the first time that they've all been on the main card? I feel like that's something. No?
Last week, me, Rick, and Frank's picks were the last 3 fights of the night.
Oh, man.
And Juliana's was the first.
Yeah. And it was a no contest, so.
Yeah.
And what happens then? It just becomes a 3-leg, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't just null the whole thing.
Correct.
No.
Push. It just becomes a 3-leg.
Do you want to get into your picks now, or do we not have enough time?
I think I can rip through them. I think I can do it in just a few minutes here. I got action on every fight.
Come on.
It feels like the first card of the year. I mean, it feels like we're really just ripping the Band-Aid off for UFC 2024. I know we already had the one pay-per-view, but I mean, this card, I love this card. I think there's a lot of really good fights. So I will be brief. You know what? I did all that hyping up.
Go ahead.
No, but I think our next guest is arriving.
It's fine. You can't hype it up and not do it.
All right, we'll start. First fight of the night, Miranda Maverick. I will not be taking the money line. I'll be taking inside the distance. I think she's going to be able to get the takedowns. 3 of her 5 UFC wins have come by finish. So I think at this line, it's worth a little play there. Next up, I made a grave mistake. I made a really, really huge mistake. I've already seen if I can cash out. I can't cash it out. I had a whole gimmick. Didn't really look into the story of Open Elliott. Didn't really look into everything right.
Oh no,
a whole gimmick.
Are you shitting me?
Today being Wednesday, February 14th, which means it is Valentine's Day. There's a man on this card named Valentine Woodburn.
Nah.
You tell me I'm going to not bet on the huge underdog named Valentine? I didn't know Open was going to be on the show at this point. I saw Valentine. I knew it was the week of Valentine's Day. How am I going to not take this man at plus 260? I mean, serious. I mean, it's a loser now. I bet against someone that came on the show the day of the picks. And, after hearing that, I mean, how's the guy going to lose? So, Open, I apologize. It's Valentine's Day week. I had a whole gimmick. I had a whole bit built up. Now I just feel bad doing it.
Oh, this is horrible.
I mean, after that amazing.
After all that.
The moment with Chael, I mean, it was unbelievable. Let's just move on past it. Let's move to the next one. Danny Barlow, Josh Quinlan. I'm going to take the fight. Ends by KO. Barlow, 4 of his last 5 wins by KO. Same thing with Quinlan. I think someone's going to get got here. I think this is going to be a really exciting fight. Next up, I will do the same thing in Zhang versus Ribeiro. I mean, these dudes, two giant light heavyweights. Ribeiro, 21 fights, 20 have not seen the scorecard. Zhang, 22 fights, 21 have not seen the scorecards. 13 straight in round one for this guy. And then Zhang, 6 straight by KO. Ribeiro, 5 straight. I think someone is going out here. I have high confidence in that. And because of that, coin flip fight. Both these dudes are just like huge knockout punches. I think they're just going to come in, stand, and bang until someone gets dropped. So Ribeiro, I took him by KO round one plus 600. Zhang on the other side was like plus 275. I'm taking the number at that one. I mean, I think someone's going to get got here in round one. So at this price, I really liked it. Next up, Rinya Nakamura taking on tough contestant Carlos Vera, a massive favorite. Can't play the line, minus 1,300. But what I am going to do is play the under 2.5. I think Rinya Nakamura, very, very high-level wrestler, gold medalist at the Wrestling World Cup, a bronze medalist at the Wrestling World Cup. I think he's going to get the takedowns and either get a ground and pound or a submission finish. Next up, got to keep playing them if you're going to hit one eventually. And I'll be playing a submission prop. I'm going to zig when others zag. Marcos Rogerio de Lima, not by KO, but by submission. If you look at his fights, Justin Tafa doesn't really have a ton to offer in terms of the groundwork. And when fights get extended, which De Lima, I know he got knocked out last time out, but before that fight in 16 UFC fights, had never been knocked down or knocked out in the UFC. I think this one gets extended, and I think he takes this one to the ground. And from there, I think he's able to lock up a submission. I don't think Tafa is going to have much to offer off the back. And when fights go to a decision with De Lima, he has 3 takedowns in each of those fights, so I think that's how he's going to go. Next up, Amanda Lemos. I think she bounces back here.
Man, going against 2 guests this week.
Listen, it's become sort of a tradition on No Bets Barred. Jed bets on Mackenzie Dern. I bet against her. It's nothing personal. It's just,
it's business.
Kind of a thing. I mean, it's just business. I shouldn't even have had these picks on the show. I'm just jinxing them right now. To the main card. Second time in the last 3 weeks, I'm actually fading Juliana Pena's pick.
Wow.
In the Parlay Plaza. I'm actually going to be going with Anthony Hernandez. Played this one on Sunday. I think the wrestling's going to work for him. I know Kopylov has an insane takedown defense, like 92%, but I don't think he's ever fought someone like Fluffy Hernandez. He's like the middleweight Merab. He actually averages more takedowns per 15 minutes than Merab Dvalishvili. I think he's going to get the grappling going, and once he's down there, I mean, he's just a nasty, nasty man on the mat. I think he gets it done. We continue, just a couple more here. Merab Dvalishvili, I am not betting from the man from Georgia. Not betting against the man from Georgia ever again. Tried it against Petr Yan. He embarrassed me. Ian Gary, Jeff Neal. I just got a feeling about this one. Just feels like this one's going to be contentious, going to be heated. Both these guys have finishing capabilities. I think someone gets got here. Jeff Neal, huge power. We've seen Gary dropped before. On the flip side, Ian Gary, the Daniel Rodriguez fight, we have seen that he can get finishes at the UFC level. I think this is going to be a great one. To the co-main event, I'm going Bobby Knuckles by KO or decision.
That's third guess.
Yeah, I'm really just I didn't know that Paulo Costa was going to show up during Eric. I mean, a lot of these fights, I love all these people on this card. I mean, especially the co-main and main. I don't want anybody to lose in those. But yeah, Bobby Knuckles, KO decision. No wins by submission in the UFC, so you're essentially just chopping this line down from minus 250 or whatever to minus 180. I think these are really the only 2 realistic paths to victory for him. And then the main event, I talked about it on Monday. Fight goes to a decision. Volk, 6 of his last 9 have been to a decision, 5 of those being 5-rounders. He's tough. He's durable. I don't care what happened on 10 days' notice against one of the best fighters in the world in Islam Makhachev. I think his durability shows here. Topuria as well, obviously never been finished, never lost before. And I think this one goes long. I think this is high-level warfare. I think this is a fantastic fight. And I think it goes to a decision. Plus 150, I like that. Last but not least, a prop parlay. Zhang Ribeiro under 2.5. The Lima Tafa under 2.5. Merab Cejudo over 1.5. Volk Topuria over 1.5. And those are the picks. UFC 298.
Wow. So nothing on the actual winner of the main event.
No.
Ken.
I can't choose.
Too tight. You have merch from both.
I also, I like both the guys too much.
Yeah. No, I get it. All right. Them's the picks. Thank you very much. Check out No Bets Barred.